Breaking news just coming in. Language war has escalated after Union Minister Amit Shah says speak Hindi instead of English. Oscar winner AR Rahman tweeted a poster highlighting the significance of Tamil and what the language means to Tamilians. The music icon shared image of Tamil goddess along with a line written by a poet that reads, and I quote, "Beloved Tamil is the root of our existence," unquote. The image featured a woman adorned in white clothing with her hair open, dancing while wielding a spear. While speaking on an event, Rahman said that this is the time to celebrate all the differences and get united to show country's strength. His response, of course, is coming days after Amit Shah said that Hindi should be accepted as an alternative to English language.
இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு.
Akshata Nandgopal now joins us from the newsroom. Akshata, you've reported down south quite extensively as well, particularly states that are non-Hindi speaking. What's the kind of sentiment from the people of non-Hindi speaking states when a statement or a remark from a very senior leader is made on the imposition of Hindi in the country?
It's a very touchy subject in Tamil Nadu, and something that we've seen endless politics over as well, Chaiti. And when someone like AR Rahman, who's not very public, who's not very vocal on controversies and issues, actually speaks out, it gives you a glimpse in a sense of how sensitive a subject this is for the people of Tamil Nadu. So all of this essentially started with Home Minister Amit Shah's suggestion saying that Hindi should be the connecting language, that people speaking and conversing from different states should choose to speak in Hindi. And soon after that, you had even the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin condemning it. AR Rahman here essentially had already commented earlier, because soon after Amit Shah had mentioned that, AR Rahman had taken to Twitter to post a picture which you had mentioned also of goddess Tamil, and essentially said that Tamil is the root of our existence. Add to that is this kind of a comment. Again, let me highlight here, it's extremely rare for AR Rahman to really speak on an issue unless he truly feels about it, which is why here he says that not Hindi, Tamil is the connecting language. Just one line there that's made headlines, Chaiti, and something that's resonated also with a lot of Tamilians who've also agreed with the sentiment that Rahman has put forth. Not the first time, however, that this music composer has actually spoken on this issue. This is an issue that he feels perhaps very, very closely about and connects with, which is why back in 2019 as well, someone, let me highlight again, who's non-controversial, actually spoke about this entire language debate. This was, I'm not sure if you remember, but there was a time when the central government was mulling a three-language policy, particularly with NEP, etc. And at that time, AR Rahman again had condemned it, again spoken out for Tamil. This is an issue really that you've seen celebrities in Tamil Nadu speak up over, particularly over the entire debate of Hindi imposition, Chaiti. So a message directly from AR Rahman to Amit Shah saying Tamil is the connecting language.
All right, Akshata, hold on right there. Hold on. I have many more questions for you. Let's listen to Union Minister Amit Shah once again.
சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு.
AR Rahman right there speaking on the Hindi imposition row. Listening to AR Rahman on what he had to say about this.
சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சார் இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சார் மத்திய அமைச்சர் வந்து இந்த ஹிந்தி சம்பந்தமா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இனிப்பு மொழியா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு.
Narayanan Thirupathy of the Bharatiya Janata Party is now joining us on the phone line for a quick reaction on this. Mr. Thirupathy, never before have we seen Mr. AR Rahman speak out so openly about an issue like this. So there is a clear language debate. This, of course, is coming in after the Union Minister Amit Shah's remark on Hindi. As far as the BJP, which is the ruling party in India, is concerned, where do you really come from? Do you come from a place where you want to use language for convenience, or is it that you all are failing to respect the language diversity of India?
See, first of all, we need to understand that Mr. AR Rahman has expressed his love for his mother tongue. So there is nothing wrong. What he has told that, for a reporter when he was asked, what about the Home Minister's remark on Hindi, on the linked language, he said the Tamil should be the linked language. In fact, I will say that Mr. AR Rahman has expressed what Mr. Amit Shah has said. Because linked language is English. That is what we have been saying. So the question was about the linked language. So instead of English, he says, let us have Tamil. That is what Mr. AR Rahman has said. He has not
Fine. Mr. AR Rahman, Mr. Thirupathy, in your opinion, has just expressed his love for the Tamil language. But what about the other states? And there are many leaders and political leaders while at it who have spoken out, including people who have spoken out about not imposing Hindi as a language. They want their regional language to also be respected. How do you respond to them?
Nobody can impose, nobody can compel any language on anybody. And BJP also doesn't do that. And even we can say that our founders, RSS, Guruji Golwalkar, or Dr. Hedgewar, or Syama Prasad Mukherjee, or Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, all are very much appreciative and respect the diversity of India. We all know that our policy is like that. But as a Home Minister, according to the Constitution, Mr. Amit Shah has done his duty. He is duty bound to, as the head of the official languages department, and the Home Minister is the chairman. We need to understand he is doing his duty. He is only.
No, when you say doing his duty, where does he come from? When he speaks of Hindi, what is the thought process behind it?
It has come from the Constitution of India. It is coming from the Constitution of India. Very simple. That's what I said. We follow the Constitution. Whatever Constitution has said, we are doing it.
So which provision of the Constitution mentions this? If you could elucidate that.
What is it?
Which provision in the Constitution mentions?
No, it's very clear. You go to the Constitution, as in Constituent Assembly, we have accepted, the entire country have accepted in Parliament that Hindi will be the official language and efforts should be taken to promote Hindi. And as per the Act, he is duty bound to develop Hindi. And even when Mr. P. Chidambaram was the Home Minister from Tamil Nadu, Tamil, even he had insisted on growing or developing Hindi among the non-speaking Hindi states. That is what.
So in that particular case, Mr. Narayanan Thirupathy, what do you have to say to the naysayers, the ones who are objecting this statement coming in from the Union Home Minister?
Yeah, probably they have misunderstood what Mr. Amit Shah had said. Probably they are trying to do politics with what Mr. Amit Shah said. Probably they are trying to create a confusion among the public with what Mr. Amit Shah had said. Simple.
All right, so that's your message going out to all those naysayers right there, and you're saying that this is politically driven. But as far as AR Rahman is concerned, Mr. Thirupathy, he's one celebrity who has spoken out. What about the other celebrities who perhaps will speak out about this? Is this your message going out to all of them?
No, I told you very clearly, Mr. AR Rahman was replying for a question. We need to understand. He was replying to a question in Tamil, which meant that what about the link language? What is the link language? English. So Mr. AR Rahman said, the Tamil is the link language. There is nothing wrong. Tamil will definitely link India. Hindi will unite India. Kannada will unite India. What is wrong in it? We are all one. Nothing wrong in it. What he said is right.
All right.
He never spoke anything bad or ill about Hindi. We need to understand that.
All right, so thank you for that clarification. Clarification coming in from Narayanan Thirupathy of the BJP on the interpretation of the remark that has been made by Union Home Minister Amit Shah as far as the language Hindi is concerned. Akshita Nandgopal is also standing by. Akshita, I lost you earlier where you were speaking to us about the sentiment as far as people in non-Hindi speaking states is concerned. If you could just paint a clearer picture in terms of what they feel as people of this country. Forget about politics. What do they think about Hindi being used as convenience for an administrative language along with English?
Look, Chaiti, you just had a conversation with Mr. Narayanan Thirupathy of the BJP. This entire controversy essentially isn't doing the BJP in Tamil Nadu any favors because of the fact that there is a strong sentiment on this in the ground. If you go to a place like Tamil Nadu, of course, there are people who can't converse in Hindi, which is why this entire notion of the BJP being a Hindi party is something that resonates with the people there. And Amit Shah and his comment with regards to, promoting Hindi, etc., hasn't gone down for that very reason with the people of Tamil Nadu, which is what's perhaps also prompted AR Rahman to make this kind of a statement.
All right, leave it at that. Akshita Nandgopal with the details right there. And I thank the BJP spokesperson for coming out and clarifying as well. We'll continue getting more political reactions because there is going to be political backlash coming in on the back of this remark made by the Union Home Minister. Moving on now.